So finally in October, and it is time to harvest the open arse fruit from Mespilus germanica. So I got my basket and we're gonna pick all the fruit off. So it's gonna be fun. Let's go. Okay, so look at these beauties. They're really nice looking. They're huge. So we're gonna take them, and what you do is that you store them for a few months in a dark place, a dry dark place, and then when they're kind of soft, they should be ready to be eaten. Kind of soft and a bit gross looking, so that's when they're ready.
The Latin name for this plant is Mespilus germanica. It's commonly known as the medlar. I like to call it by its naughty name, open arse, because the fruit is very explicit looking. It literally looks like an arse. And it's just fun to see people's reactions when I call it like that. The Medlar Tree has been forgotten over the years. It used to be very popular in the past, as it was one of the very few fruit trees that gave fruit that was available in the heart of winter, until exotic fruits started to be imported, and they were preferred as they were easy to eat and were more appealing. The medlar was progressively forgotten. And I find it's a shame because it's a tasty fruit full of good elements, and most of all, the tree is super hardy, resistant, and is so productive.
So we're choosing really big ones. See, this size are really nice looking. Then they're gonna be really nice when they're ready and all. Can't wait. So a few months. Look, they're already starting, some of them. You can see this dark color here. So, yep, super exciting. So here you can see we've got quite some nice ones. They're really, really nice size. Wow, amazing. Really incredible. Okay, so we've just finished harvesting the open arses. So here, got loads in here. And well, I think that's enough for this year, just to test them, because it's the first time we're gonna test them. So I'm gonna put them in a dark, dry space, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you updated all throughout. This is so exciting. I can't wait. Gotta be patient though. Gotta leave these rot for a few months. Beauties, real beauties. Okay, let's go. Hello everyone. So it's been about 1.5 months, 2 months later after I've collected the open arses, and I'm going to show you what they look like, what you can do with them once they've been bletted. That means collected and stored in a dry, dark space for a few months. And it really doesn't take that long. I thought they'd take longer, but in fact it's fine. And I was worried about the bletting part, it means that frost has to touch the fruit first, but it's really worked out well. Let me stop talking, I will show you what it actually looks like. So I'm in the pantry. This is where I've kept the open arses. Great place, it's dry, there's never too much light, pretty dark, and it's away from nasty creatures or insects that can come in to the pantry. And so here are the open arses. So as you can see, I have put them on a tray, and this is the best way to dry them out and leave them a rot because they'll they have their own space. They're not on top of each other. There's no danger of them bruising themselves or something. So they have loads of space, and you'll see that some have aged better than others. Some are really not very edible, and some are just perfect. So let's go outside, look at them, in the sunlight. It's much nicer and agreeable. And I will even test one in front of you to show you how it is, what it looks like inside, and then what you can do with them. Let's go. So let's look at these little babies in the detail. They look so good. Wow. So as you can see, look, for example, this one is pretty good. It's all wrinkly. That's about the right stage you want to have it at, and it's really like squishy. It's really by the feel, I think, more than anything. Because for example, this one is really rock hard, rock solid. That's not great. I don't know what that would taste like. I'll open one very solid one and one perfectly moist one. Now, this one, for example, I find has dried perfectly because, well, dried, I say dry, but I mean rotted, basically aged. It's really got the perfect squishiness, and it looks quite nice, in fact. What else have we got? Yeah. This one, for example, is not bad either. Pretty good. As you can see, they're perfect. They're not moldy. They're not, you know, gross, so gross looking, as some people might say. Actually, they look pretty good. I mean, they just sat in the pantry literally for 2 months, and look how they... Okay, this one maybe is not so great looking. I might not eat that, for example. Okay, so here we are. I have chosen the 3 different stages of open arse that I find is interesting to look at. So here are the cute little open arses. We'll start with the most advanced. You see, it looks wrinkly, and it feels, by feeling it, feels good. It feels like it could be really tasty and perfect, this one. Then we have the very nice looking one. You see, it's hardly changed of appearance from when I picked it fresh off the tree. The skin is like a bit flabby. And so here's the rock hard solid one. It's very wrinkly and very tight and compact when I feel it. I really think it's down to the touch with these fruit. By the way, you have to constantly check on these fruit when in the pantry, because you know, you got to see how they're getting on. Maybe 2 months will be too much, or maybe it'll be too little. Now, which one shall we start with? I suggest we start with the rock hard one. I'm really intrigued to see what this one is like. Oop. Actually, it looks too early. It's weird. It's gone wrinkly and hard, and it hasn't aged very well. So the ones who are hard, solid, and wrinkly, maybe I should have left it a bit longer. I don't know. So that's the little one. I'm gonna start with the rock solid hard one. See if it's edible, even if it's rock solid. Still got that. Oh, hasn't lost any of its bitterness. That's why you have to leave them mature, by the way. It's because they're very bitter. It's a weird taste in the mouth. I think when they're rock hard, solid like that, either leave them mature a bit longer, or if they don't work out, they don't work out, you know. I mean, some are going to work out, some are not. Now this one is, oh yes, it's the wrinkly one. It's the wrinkly one, the most advanced in maturity. Oh, maybe still a bit young, in fact. I should have maybe waited longer. Oh, but it's pretty nice and juicy. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty, look at that. So now we have the one that's really wrinkly and that felt perfect, but it wasn't quite perfect. So sort of middle maturity. I'll see if it's edible. Oh, I don't know about this. Tastes weird. Oh no. Oof, that made me feel weird. I'm not sure about that one at all. When it's like that, oh, that's weird. Let's go with the last one, which is the very pretty one. Oh wow, okay. I think we have our winner. I mean, look at that. Now that is the perfect rotted consistency. I'm sorry, but that's what it's really supposed to be. This is it. You don't get any better than this. Wow. Oh, that's better. Yeah, a sort of cidery taste we're in. Kind of appley taste, I'd say. Very much like applesauce. That's nice. That's tasty. It's kind of like a baked apple, I'd say. A cidery baked apple. So what people usually do with this fruit, you can eat it like this. You can scoop it with a spoon. It's very tasty just like this, just raw. But I know that people like to do jams also with it. Pretty good. So yeah, it's really easy. Literally harvest them off the tree, wait a few months, always keep an eye on them, keep them in a dry space, dry dark space, and then you can eat them. And just make sure that they're all brown inside, as you saw with the last fruit, that's nice and brown and squishy. It's really by the feel. You feel it when it's all nice and moist in there. And then have fun, become creative, you know, jams, eat it like that, just serve it like that with a spoon, just scoop it out, and just like applesauce. So it's a shame that this is a forgotten fruit, because it's really quite tasty and it's really good for you. And so there you go. I'm really happy I've discovered this fruit. Literally, it was by chance. I was just having a walk and I found the tree, and I said, wow, those are incredible looking fruit, and I discovered what they were. We should bring them back. Anyway, leave me know in the comments if you have already tasted an open arse. I say open arse for fun, but you can also call it medlar, maybe more proper. So yeah, let me know if you've tasted a medlar before and what your opinions are on it. And I hope you liked the video. I will see you with the next plant. Bye.